Guys, what's up? It's Julia and welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'm going to be doing my March 2016 wrap up, talking about all the books that I read in the month of March and my thoughts on them. In last March, like last year this time, I didn't read much either. I think March is always the month that I do not read that much at all, but I read 4 books this month. So let's talk about them. The first book I read was If You Dare by A.R. Torr. It is the 3rd book in the Girl in 6E series. And the first book is about a girl named Deanne Madden who does not leave her apartment because she has an urge to kill. So she locks herself up in there and she just doesn't leave. So this is the 3rd installment in the series. I also do have a video review up for this, so I'll link it up on the screen if you guys would like to check that out. It is a really interesting series. They're erotic thrillers, so they are adult, just so you're aware. This book in particular I actually enjoyed least in the series. In this book we went from a weird past and present, and it kind of just didn't work at most times. It didn't work, and it was annoying and confusing the way it was told, and the story overall was just kind of but the ending was good. But I gave this 3.25 out of 5. Next book I read was Brain on Fire by Susanna Cahalan. This is an autobiography memoir about Susanna and her life with her medical journey in this sense. And she has symptoms such as hallucinations, seizures, just a lot of things, delusions. So this becomes very, very alarming, and it's just about the doctor trying to get her diagnosis, and it's just her story. And I actually listened to this one on audiobook, and I really enjoyed listening to it actually. Usually with the audiobooks, like sometimes I get bored or sometimes I drift off, but like this audiobook I was really, really into, and I actually really love this book. I have a review for it as well, but I really, really did love this book, and I think it's such an amazing read. And if you are looking for something really different, and I would really highly recommend picking this up. And I gave this a 4 to 4.5 stars, so about a 4.25 out of 5 from me. Next, I read Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. This is the first book, Cassandra Clare's new Shadowhunter series called The Dark Artifices. And Emma Carstairs and Julian Blackthorne, and it's about them as parabatai and their bond and all of these, you know, I'm sure you've heard about this a lot recently, but I also have a review up for this, so I did pretty good with reviews this month. But I have a review up for this and all my thoughts on it. I actually did very, very much enjoy it. It was a huge book, so it did take me a pretty long time, but definitely I had some issues just with the last chapter, and just the beginning pacing is kind of slow, but the last chapter I just didn't like. And if you've read it, I think you can kind of know why, but you can kind of understand why. But overall though, such a fun story. I absolutely love the characters, except for Emma. I didn't like her that much, but yes. I was really happy to be back in this world and read Cassandra Clare's writing again, so I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. And the last and final book I read this month was Room by Emma Donoghue. And this is a story about 5-year-old Jack, who, to him, this one room is his whole entire world. It's his whole life. It's all he knows. Don't want to say too much because I really don't want to spoil you, because I've heard people talk about this and just say a few things that I realized were spoilers while I was reading, and I just realized that they were spoilers, and I was like, oh. But his narrative is something that really takes getting used to, because he does not know a lot of things, not ordinary 5-year-old things. Like, he just doesn't know basic things because he doesn't know much else. But by the end of this, there was still some unanswered questions for me personally, and there was still some things that weren't cleared up, but overall, it was a wild ride and a really interesting book, and I gave it 3.5 stars. Those were the books that I read in the month of March. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, let me know your thoughts down below and everything. I'm also currently reading 2 books. I'm reading Salem's Lot and To Kill a Mockingbird. I've been reading them throughout this whole entire month, So those will, yeah, I'm reading those. I've read a lot of those. But thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time with a new video. Bye.